Hey guys, so I just wanted to take a look at the data when we're looking at where we're at right now, um, the activity on the market. And a lot of people are saying that they're reporting good numbers. You have some people who are like, it's always rosy, it's always sunny, and they're acting very bullish with everything's fine because of this number here. In March, you can see, at least for my region, the Mid-Atlantic region, March was up 7.1%. March was already down 5% last year, and they're like, wow, we're up 7%. So it outperformed last year and the year, I'm sorry, and the year before it. So that sounds really good. I'm just going to pause right there because if you're Rosie and you don't want to hear anything else, you're like, yep, that supports it, we're doing good. Not exactly. See, real estate's not like the stock market. I guess probably everyone that's watching knows this. But a transaction for real estate can take months or will take months. There's nothing, a fast transaction in real estate for like conventional type of buyer, your typical home buyer is at least like 45, days. Some people can do it in as little as 30 days, but most people fall more on the 60 day. And that's just after they've written a contract and had it accepted. That's from that timeline. Now, so that means in March, I made that probably in February, but February is a very short month. Most likely in January, like early January. Probably not December, but early January. Early January, nobody was really, we knew that the coronavirus existed. I mean, people knew back in December, people knew, we were just kind of talking about it really in January, and we weren't expecting anything disruptive. I mean, come on, we've went through SARS, Ebola, Zika, and all these other things, and they didn't shut down economies like they're doing now. So no one's really expecting that. So anybody that's closing here is like, was already locked in here and was probably looking and pre-approved. Well, it could have been as far as October, but most likely November, December, right? Interest rates were getting slashed, they were going much lower, especially in here. So it prompted people to buy. People are like, I don't know when these are going to jump up. I got to pull the trigger. I got to go. So I think this is just like a false bump, right? So, boom. One other thing I do want to look at too is just a dashboard real quick when it comes to smart charts. Smart charts is really good, and I want to say this information is all smart charts. It's not my dashboard. Smart charts, this is not an endorsement for them. I'm not giving a commercial. This is one of the tools that takes a lot of real estate data and spits it out. You can visit them if you think it gives you some insight. It is paid for, like it's a paid subscription. So I'm just gonna look real quick about these numbers here. Closed sales, again, we already knew that was going to be March is really high up, and you look at the 5 year average is 20,000 units, 20,000 houses closed, and this is 21. But I think this is garbage. Although this is typically what we really look at. Like when we're pulling comps, we want to look at close. I don't want to look at nothing else because close is where the rubber met the road. But it's old. It's so old because it's for them to close. They would have had to be in contract in February at the earliest, but most likely it was January, So again, not really good information. New pendings, it is pointing to the wrong side. I'm used to seeing this a lot further over here, and then this up in here, and then supply has always been pretty low. And I'll get to these two because these are kind of more important as far as real time goes. Anything pending, anything that had an offer written on it, that means has a contract. Somebody made an offer. Again, that person was on the market months ago, and they didn't just wake up and say, "I want to buy a house. I'm gonna write an offer." That happens, I'm sure. It could happen in theory. It rarely does. So that means this person, we're looking at March data, most likely in February, but you still see a drop because a lot of people, they can back out. These guys are already on the road. They're going to lose something if they pull out. These guys, not so much. They're just, I'm not going to write an offer, so they're not pulling out. And that leads me to active listings. Active listings, nobody's putting their house on the market. This is real numbers that are really down. So this is a good scale to represent because you have 47 on one side, you have 87 on the other. And obviously that's a big drop. Um, Percentage wise, just by the actual units, people aren't putting their houses on. So that's keeping the supply low, which we know, as we have seen over the last couple of years, supply is low, prices are high. So what does that mean? This means people aren't writing offers, but prices still will be high because we don't have supply. So if you buy right now as an investor, you still may be buying at the top of the market, although your buyers are kind of speaking a language that they're not really there. They're pulling back. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Thank you for taking a look at the quick screen share there. What is investing in the year of the coronavirus, or even in the years? We have no idea how this thing is going to play out. The coronavirus, what is this going to do? And a lot of people initially were looking back to 2008, the housing market crash that happened then. There are even some people who were hoping for a crash, and that's never good because they're going to be extreme losers and they're hoping to be the winner. And the reality is, we're all this together, so we can't have winners and losers. And right now, the federal government is shelling out a lot of money, trillions of dollars. Like, this relief, this CARES Relief Act is like no other. A lot of people do, again, compared to 2008 because we had nothing else like it. But I do believe the market is going to be a lot different in 2008 for a number of reasons. One, we have no idea how long this is going to end. I mean, for one, we have no idea how long this will take to end. Two, the federal government's response has been very quick, very swift, very wide sweeping, basically shoring up all parts of the economy. And three, we really just don't know how long this is going to last for. Is this going to be a V? Is this going to be a U? Is this going to be an L? Nobody knows. I'm talking about the economy. Will it just kind of bounce back? Well, probably not. That's possible. Will it impact sales? Yes. And the impact to the global economy is going to be huge. Even if the United States somehow comes out of this unscathed, with no data is pointing to that, then you have the rest of the world that will be. And the world is more connected now than it was in 2008, and more than it was during the Great Depression, which, again, wasn't just for the U.S. economy. What's my strategy? Well, my strategy through this whole thing is going to be mostly focusing on buy and hold, and pick up some buy and holds. I think now's the time. I would also look at things that, Section 8 renters. I believe there probably will be more Section 8 renters. Section 8 is still paying. Now, a lot of other people are still paying too because they can work. But Section 8 is definitely paying. So I'm probably going to focus on some of those. Always willing to rent to anyone that has the right qualifications, but I'm going to definitely be looking more towards Section 8. Because regardless of which way this thing goes, unless we completely tank and the government runs out of money, then it really doesn't really matter at that point. Section 8 will probably be doing pretty good. So I'll show you a few in an upcoming episode of different strategies how to look at good Section 8 properties, and what to look for in some of the pitfalls. And each market is different, knowing that. But I'll cover that in a whole Section 8 video. I'll try to make that soon, only because a lot of people are probably shifting towards that. And I brought it up, so it'd be good to show you what that looks like. If the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the second best time is today. So start building your wealth today. Start building something that you can hopefully one day enjoy the fruits. I know we're all out here entrepreneurs, killing what we eat, but sometimes we need to plant a garden, and I think that time is now. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.